Oh man, that is almost too much funk music for this morning. And then you add that a gallon of a gallon. Maybe a gallon. You add that with a cup of coffee, caffeine. Oh yeah, that'll wake you up. Well, speaking of waking up, I know a lot of you guys are probably still in bed. It's locally 9:30 here in the morning. What a bunch of wimps, I tell you guys. You know, to me the best alarm clock would be some kind of a gadget where you have an app or a physical alarm clock. So when the alarm goes off, it's tied to a flywheel with the string that goes to the ceiling attached to a bucket of water. So when the alarm goes off, the cold water just splashes on you and definitely wakes you up to start your day. Come on, guys. Get up. Wake up. Cut the grass. Make your wife breakfast. Anyway, good morning. For those of you who listen to this later. Okay, so we're going to talk about data centers. We will be getting, or there's talks of getting, a data center here in the Ohio Valley, across the Ohio River, supposedly. And we'll talk about the good and the bad of data centers. All right, but first, if you haven't already, check out my test I did with the latest buzzword in browsers called Helium, the Helium browser. I tested this along with the new Zen browser. Privacy test, and Helium won. Flying colors. Zen failed. A total failure, at least in the test that I did. So if you're interested in trying a new browser, you may want to check out Helium. I think for less data tracking, as it were, you're probably better off with let's see, Brave browser or Mullvad. Brave and Mullvad browsers, okay? All right, let me grab another sip of coffee here. We'll get started. All right, so how do data centers work, and what's the good part about them? Well, these things, these huge facilities, they power your digital life by storing, processing, and distributing huge amounts of data, such as the internet, streaming services, banking services, 911 dispatch, emergency services. They basically Well, they power the world. Or as Arnold would say, I need more power. Thank you, Governor. That never gets old. I like Arnold. Anyway, yes, these huge facilities, they power your life, your digital life. And without this technology, I could not be doing this. You cannot be listening to this. The internet probably right now could not function in its entirety without data centers. So that's the good part. Okay, they power your digital life, but there's a cost to that, and it's pretty severe. All right, so massive energy use and higher bills, and everything else that goes along with that. The grid strain. A single large-scale AI data center can consume as much electricity as up to 100,000 homes or more, which can stress local power grids. Of course, rising costs. The surge in energy demand drives up household electricity rates for everyday consumers, and I think all of us are concerned and probably fed up with the high cost of everything. All right, fossil fuel reliance. Because renewable energy cannot always keep up with this demand, data centers might keep aging local and gas plants running, which of course create more pollution. All right, cooling needs, high water consumption. Data centers run very hot and require millions of gallons of water daily to cool the facilities, possibly straining municipal water supplies. Here, the water rates are astronomical. I mean, I think in the last 5 years they've doubled. It seems like they've doubled, and we keep getting water line breaks. I don't trust drinking the water. I guess I have to shower with it. So, yeah, this is not good. Pollution and health concerns, yeah. Data centers they rely on large diesel backup generators for power outages, which emit harmful pollutants. Although I think some of them might be going to more cleaner lithium battery backups, I think. Noise and light pollution. Cooling fans and heavy-duty generators create a hum comparable to running lawnmowers 24/7. Ouch. While continuous all-night lighting creates major light pollution. All right, limited local benefits, it would seem. Few jobs once constructed. Data centers, well, they'll have few permanent staff compared to, say, traditional warehouses or manufacturing. Tax breaks. Tech giants frequently negotiate massive tax subsidies to build in specific states, meaning local communities lose out on tax revenues while still carrying the burden on their utility networks. So who picks up the tax tab? Well, take a look in the mirror. So that's what's going on with data centers across the United States. And I don't know where this ends. I'll have to do some more research to see if there is a more friendly way of building these things that don't drive up costs or, possibly destroy the environment. Obviously, we need technology. We need the internet. We need to keep, life and businesses going globally, because this is what the world is now. But at what cost? So I will have to do more information. There probably is a safer, better way, nature-friendly way to build these things at maybe a lower cost. I'm still learning all about this. I didn't really think much of it until I heard we might be getting one just a few miles down the road. And the amount of jobs it would create, if I saw correctly, it's not a lot, considering what these things do. I think I'll have to get more information. Now, if there's one in your place in the world where you live and you would like to share your thoughts, good or bad, please let me know. Because for me, this is all new to me here because right now we do not have one. So it remains to be seen. I think there have been some meetings, community meetings, some Facebook posts, stuff like that. I have not been a part of it. I like to do my own research. If I had a next door neighbor who was a scientist, that would be great, but I don't. That way I can bypass all of the fluff and get straight to the heart of the matter, as it were. So I will have to do my own research. But for those of you who have one and would like to share your thoughts, please do let me know. All right. Like I said, I don't expect anybody here in the chat this morning. You guys are probably all still sleeping. Wimps. All right, just kidding. You know I love you. Okay, that's all I have for this one. And you guys have a good weekend. And let me know what you guys think about data centers. Lots of power. Take care.